Now I'm going to do Kaiser. I got to do Kaiser for my buddy.
For who?
My buddy Calvin. That's 11:15 match anyway. We started an hour early.
It's 11 now.
Yeah, but
we're late already.
It's still an 11:30 match. 11:15. We're live, folks. This is Gary with Gustavo. Gustavo, thanks for joining us. What a match, that first one. That was the first of 10 broadcasts this afternoon. Incredible. 5 games, 4 match points in game 4 staved off by Team Mexico, and he had the wherewithal to put it away 11-6 in the 5th and last game. And the last 2 calls, I'm not going to say controversial, but yes, controversial, because the referee called an invasion, encroachment on the return of serve not once but twice. And the last one was upheld by the linespeople.
Not able to comment on that. I didn't see the match as I just arrived, but I could certainly see that the U.S. player was devastated by those calls. But
yeah, they should both be proud of their efforts. As Alexa said, she expected a tight battle, 5 games, and that happened. So we're anticipating match number 2 of 10 here. Girls 12, Ecuador versus Costa Rica. So make the presentation, my friend.
All right, well, we have on the court there, on the show court, we are, who are we seeing here? Cristian Longoria from San Luis Potosí, our head referee, speaking with 2 young ladies, Maria Villacreces from Ecuador and Larissa Faet from Costa Rica. Obviously, first language Spanish. The match will probably be called in Spanish by Cristian.
And we have 2 lines people for this match. Alejandro Morales, native Mexican. He lives in Mexicali in Mexico, down by California. And John Hauco, he is from Alberta in Canada. So both languages will be used since John is a native English speaker.
Larissa is going to be serving from Costa Rica. She's 12 years of age. She barely started playing in 2019 after seeing the World Championships in 2018 in Costa Rica. Her dad, George, of course, like many of the players here, played racquetball at the time the Gemelos played, and I've been seeing him at a lot of the tournaments over the years.
Gemelos Fernandez, originally from Cuba.
Even with the fact that she just started playing, she's already been in 3 World Championships.
And here she's vying for the gold.
And this is the gold final.
And Maria, her dad, Mario, is a club owner in Quito, Sunset Court Club in Quito, the capital of Ecuador.
Larissa is also playing doubles with her sister in the under 14 group. She had to play up. There aren't enough girls playing in Costa Rica. And she also played mixed and lost in the mixed, but still alive in the doubles with her sister in the 14 and under.
Thank you for that info. Half lob left side. Yes, Graces.
She is graduating from the 6th grade right now this month, and will start high school.
Animation.
I noticed that a lot about the women players. They scream. You can hear it by their higher voices, the intonation. It motivates them, and they get that fist pump from their coaches up behind the glass.
Second serve, half lob left. Great shot. Great shot. Cross court. Kissed off that deep Left side, Vidrio.
Maria from Ecuador, who's serving. We got the chance to see her play yesterday on this court. Also a very seasoned player. She's from Quito, Ecuador, and she's got 5 to 6 years playing already. She's 13 years of age.
Ace. 2 points in a row for Team Costa Rica.
Maria also has 3 World Juniors under her belt and 3 bronze medals.
Gustavo, you said she's only played for a couple years. Very well seasoned in that short period of time.
She lost in the finals last year in the tens. Oh, that looked like it did. It hit the floor first.
We'll use our French language on that. That's a faux pas, folks.
Yes, it is.
Oh, nice.
Her dad made an interesting comment, George. This is,
George?
Yes, Larissa's dad saying that she was just a natural athlete. She plays soccer and other sports as well in addition to racquetball. She just is very natural. You can see it.
Multi-talented here. Another fist pump. Timeout. Via Crisis from Ecuador. So you're on the IRF network, folks. We'll be back in 1 minute here at Court Central.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of applause.
Back live, Gary, Gustavo. We are here at Court Central. Costa Rica girls 12 final. Serving 7. Ecuador 3, game 1. Rally scoring, win by 2. 11 points, first to 11. Nice. So we call that a valuable timeout, Gustavo.
Excellent. Maria regrouped there, using her 1 timeout for this game.
Unfortunate, unforced error there. Larissa. Fife. From the capital of Costa Rica, San Jose. Maria Villacrisis from the capital of Ecuador, Quito. Oh, another unforced error.
With the rally scoring, a lot of these unforced errors would just lead to a side out. But the point keeps the game going, keeps the players thinking more about their shots than
exactly, more engaged. So that's 2 in a row. And that's a momentum timeout. Villacrisis comes back, 3 points played. She lost 1, she gained 2. And 2 unforced errors by Costa Rica.
Nice get.
Right back in it. 7-8, 7-8, game 1.
I think Maria had the nerves kind of racing early on there. She seems to have settled down. That was a nice soft hit into that left corner. Very nicely done.
Well said. Each player has, once the score is called, each player has 10 seconds to do what they're supposed to do. Be ready to receive the serve and put the ball in play by dropping the ball. Side out, 9-7.
That is correct.
See if she punishes that drive left side. She does. Look like an ace from here. Doesn't matter. So
Got a nice stroke.
Absolutely. Game point number 1. I watched her. She was warming up an hour before the first match started, and I said, who is this young lady from Costa Rica? Now I know. There it is. 11, Costa Rica, 7, Ecuador. We'll be back in 2 minutes for game 2. This is the final of the girls 12 and under here at the 33rd edition of World Junior Racquetball Championships. Take it away.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of applause.
We're back live in vivo here at Court Central. Junior World Championships. Rica serving game 2. She lost the first one 11-7 to Fife from Costa Rica. First to 11, win by 2 rally scoring. Gary Mazarov, Gustavo Farel, Alexis Iwasa here at courtside. Skip in.
Seems to me the Ecuadorian player is feeling the pressure that Costa Rica is on the drive serves, quickly going up to serve. She wants to get in and get out. You can see that.
Oh, nice shot. So she ties it. She being Maria Creses. 1-1 game 2. Best of 5. If the first match is any indication, we are all in for a treat here. That went 5. So a little animation from Maria there. 1-2. 2-1.
She's a very elegant player on the court. Doesn't look like she has all the power which she's showing she does. Now a set up off the back wall, but not doing anything with it.
Well, in that case, she didn't have to because Fife floored that ball.
Fiat is how her last name.
F-A-E-T-H.
Correct.
Fife. Fiat.
Fiat.
Fife.
Almost like it's not an H at the end. Fiat, according to her father.
Jorge, George,
who speaks very good English.
Oh
too.
yeah, he could teach us English. That's impressive. Not letting, at least at this point, not letting game 1 phase her. So she has a 4-1 lead in game 2. Now, she shouldn't be yelling once the score is called.
Right.
So Longoria should be giving her a warning. No harm done except for slapping her hand, so to speak. Thereafter, it would be a referee technical minus a point. Another point. 5-1. We need to warn her.
Maria strong here in game 2.
Timeout.
Well called by Costa Rica. We're going to go to a break here. Be back in a few minutes. 1 minute. And we are back. Gary Gustavo here. Gary, you went to talk to Christian. Tell me what our head referee, what was said.
She's screaming after the score is called at times, and that's not allowed. That's comportment unprofessional. So, first time with respect, he can give her a technical warning, no harm done other than slapping her hand. Thereafter, it's a referee technical, and she would actually have a 1 point reduction in points, and if she does it 3 times, she's disqualified from the match.
So 3 technical totals allowed in the match. So that's
not allowed.
Not allowed. Yeah, that's a risky proposition.
It is. Good. Well said, my friend. Risky proposition. Good timeout, valuable timeout by the young lady from the Costa Rica.
Now the fans can also be punished if they were to do the same after the score is called. The team fans, depending on what team they were
That's
on.
Correct. Oftentimes the fans are umbilicos of the player and or the coaching staff. The nuances of the game.
Good hands.
Batting practice here. Good patience by Villa Cresces there, enticing the young lady from Costa Rica to shoot it.
She has a few more years of experience. Seems a little more calm now into her game.
Yes, sir. So Larissa won the first game. She's behind in game 2.
That was a big unforced error.
4-7.
Kind of reminds me a little bit.
Second serve. I think it was either a screen or a foot fault. Go ahead.
She reminds me a little bit of Gabby Martinez, her physique. Fight.
Statement forehand reverse kill left corner by Maria.
Gabby, of course, world champion, I believe in 2018 from Guatemala, from here. Second
That's
serve.
correct.
Ran into her in the elevator before she was headed up to Pro Stop up in the States.
I saw her practicing against Garcia the other day, giving him a lesson. An opening. That's impressive.
That was a nice pinch right side. Timeout, Ecuador. Why don't we stay on? I know you had a long first match. We want to, of course, welcome all our fans today. We're seeing this is a final. We're going to see some semis here later today in the gold and the blue divisions. We're looking at Mexico against USA, the next match. Going to be an exciting one. We have Miss Ava Kaiser from the USA, and is it Yvette Salazar from Mexico? Scheduled at 11:15. We are running a little bit behind. Yeah. Gary, I know you have the sheets, and I'll let you read since it's your writing.
Thank you for the compliment about my penmanship. The noon match will be Chile-Mexico. Girls 18, that'll be a semifinal as well. Mancia versus Valderrama. So we resume play here. Very animated, the young lady from Costa Rica. And as animated as she is, the contrary from Yes Gracious. Bottom line is 1-0 in favor of Costa Rica and 6 versus 8. 6-8 in game 2. Great serve.
Great return.
So, valuable timeout for the young lady from Ecuador.
Another good serve.
Unforced error, that sidewall front wall combo attempt.
It was the right shot, just missed it. Rackets up, 10 seconds to serve, both server and receiver.
Point hinder, avoidable hinder.
And that is a good call, but she's appealing it. Gary, you want to clarify for our viewers?
The call is avoidable hinder, meaning infraction by the young lady from Costa Rica. We have 2 lines people. They upheld the call, so at least one lines person had a thumb up.
And that counts as an appeal.
Correct.
Used.
She has 2 available. Now she has 1 left.
In this game.
Correct. Meanwhile, it's game point number 1 for Ecuador. 8-10. Larissa holds off 1 game point. Let's see if she can do it again. Short ball. Second serve. She'll go with a more conservative serve. Kind of an intermediate lob left side. It's good serve. Wrap around. Ball live. Oh my, she whiffed it.
She whiffed it.
So 2 game points held off by Larissa. Meanwhile, the scores converged, 9-10. If Larissa scores this point, folks, it will go to 12. Win by 2. Great serve. Set up front.
She was lucky to get that.
Wow.
I
She can
agree.
appeal it.
I agree.
So the call is legal shot, point. There's an appeal. Overruled.
I believe that was a excellent appeal. She should have taken the shot, though. But the rules on that has changed as well. So we will explain that.
10-10.
You can't come back and appeal something that happened 2 or 3 shots later. So she stopped and said, I'm appealing that shot, which did not make the front wall. It was very clear
I'm not
from
convinced.
our angle.
Well, based on the angle that from the shot by Ecuador. I'm not convinced she would have gotten to it anyway, but that's here or there. Meanwhile, second game point for Ecuador here. And now, again, it's first to 12. She leads 11-10. We'll discuss that new rule on the appeals, folks. And there it is. Ecuador 12, Costa Rica 10. Gesture of sportsmanship.
Good sportsmanship, went up and patted her hand, and what is for sure is that she's not injured, so she walked off the court.
When we return live action, we're going to stay with you, folks. It's one game apiece. We'll be starting game 3. So, as Gustavo said, we had an appeal on that shot by Villacresis. It was a blast shot that almost got to the front wall. Villacresis took an overhead and smashed it downward. The call was by Longoria, legal shot, point. It appeared from our vantage point that Villacresis hit the ball directly into the floor. So the young lady from Costa Rica, who had 2 available appeals, appealed it. Both lines people disagreed with the call. So it was overruled, therefore side out, point for Costa Rica and the serve. Gustavo was alluding to the new rule on appeals. So I'm going to let you discuss this. It's a timely situation. You can't wait 5 shots later and appeal a previous shot. It has to be the previous shot action by you or your opponent.
Exactly. So what I commented, which was in a way incorrect, you should finish the rally. If Fayet would have taken that shot, knowing that she was going to appeal it, if she would have taken the shot on the right side, she would have lost her opportunity to appeal the shot that Ecuador had made.
She could stop after her shot, but she's not going to do that because she could appeal her opponent's previous shot. Nuances here. Speaking of nuances, Ecuador, first point in game 3, the momentum has changed, and now it's in her favor, 1-0.
So I agree with you there, but she would have had to swing and then turn around and stop immediately.
That's what I'm saying. She wouldn't have done that, but according to the rules, she would have had to.
Yeah, right.
Fascinating.
And I think it's a good rule because you forget about what happened in the rally before, and they start calling out, well, do you remember that 3rd time that I hit the ball in a long rally? And the answer is probably no.
And our buddy Baghurst would have said, well, that happened back in 2005, so I want to appeal it. Baghurst being the new U.S. team coach.
That would be Team Baghurst?
Team Baghurst. Half lob, left side. It's impressive, Gustavo.
I am impressed with her backhand to that corner and down the line. Smooth. She's regained her composure. Well said by Ms. Fayet. Well responded.
So we had a conversation with Christian Longoria, reference the comportment on the court. It appears Larissa listened to it.
He did say that. He made that comment to the player then, okay.
The tone has changed.
Yeah.
Body language has changed. 4-2 in favor of Ecuador here in game 3. This is the final of the girls' 12 singles. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Nice.
Dropping it in.
She would have hit it hard, I believe. Fayed would have gotten it.
Great talent from both of these ladies. Time for a timeout here. 6 serving 2. Talking to herself. Gemelos are concerned here, Gustavo. They're Larissa's coaches. Topo Ugalde is the coach for Ecuador. Oh, nice. And here we go.
Good hands. No need to power the ball.
There it
now
is.
There's the timeout.
So we'll be back at Court Central here at the 33rd edition of the International Racquetball Federation Junior World Championships.
Who passes the flag to William Bell.
Gary with Gustavo and Alexis. You're watching racquetball on the world stage here in Guatemala City. 7-2, game 3. Ecuador in favor. Game score is 1 apiece. Pressure mounting here. Oh my. So Gustavo, Maria did everything but score that point.
She did everything right, but score the point. You're correct. Everything right. Good serve. Got her on the defensive.
Valuable timeout for Larissa, too.
Almost executed the Tom Travers School of Racquetball.
Exactly.
Serve, weak return, kill it.
Great serve. Great serve. 2 points in a row from Larissa. 4-7. Set up. Oh my. Any mulligans in racquetball, Gustavo?
I'm afraid not, Gary.
We said this yesterday and the day before. Unless your last name is Klaus, Woody Klaus, you get 1 mulligan. Oh my. Little French action again. Faux pas.
That is a big mistake. It could be worse if it was at 10. You would lose the game on that one, right?
Right. 5-8, game 3.
I haven't seen that yet, but it's possible.
It is possible. Second serve. Pressure, folks. Girls are 12. It's the final. A lot at stake here. Oh, that's a great pass. Sets her up now. Set up again. And there it is. The chess game. Ball down. Maria playing some chess.
She's really come on in the second and third games. I'm impressed.
Set up back wall. Oh. Fist pump. Showing a little bit of animation. Anticipating game point here. 10-5.
You said set up and she delivered.
Stand and deliver. Nice.
Not to be. As we were talking earlier, a lot of these players, as young as they are, look to their coaches for them to tell them every serve they're supposed to do, which gets kind of confusing for the player themselves.
Let them be proactive. So two games to one here in Guatemala City, girls 12 final. When we return in 2 minutes, Team Ecuador will try and close it out and earn the oro.
Well said.
Who passes the flag to William Bell.
the tide changed, Gustavo, in that second game. Miss Triple C over here from Ecuador, cool, calm, collected.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of
Guatemala City. Question now is, will Maria Villacresas close this out in this fourth game? Larissa from Ecuador, excuse me, from Costa Rica, just used her her timeout for this game. It was a quality timeout. She comes in and gets the serve and a point, Gustavo. It's 4-7.
Nice splat pinch on the right side by Larissa.
That's impressive.
Skip ball.
Well, it was still impressive on the serve. She gave her a different twist. She jammed her, got a weak return, but unforced error. 3 points for the match and a gold medal, Ecuador. A lot of difference in the expression of the emotions here. Ball down. 9-4. Ecuador going crazy, waving their flag in the audience. That's a great serve. We just saw a few unforced errors by Costa Rica, so she's enticing her to hit an offensive return. Sets her up. Winner, match point number 1. Girls 12 winner and runner-up, Maria Villacresas from Quito, Ecuador, over Larissa Fife, San Jose, Costa Rica. What a match.
Fantastic. I did not expect that. The Costa Rican player jumped out first game very strong. She still remains in the court, nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, she gave the Ecuadorian a very, very hearty congratulations afterwards. Good sport. Now she's a little bit saddened by it, but she'll get through that.
She'll get over it.
Yeah.
She's 12 years old. She has potentially another 10 or 11 years of junior play, not to mention her skill set. She'll be playing on the ladies tour.
Yes, she will. Yes, she will. All right, well, let's leave it now. We got an exciting match coming up. Gary, why don't you tell us what's coming?
Salazar, Mexico, Kaiser, USA, girls 16 semi, right here on the International Racquetball Federation channel.